At some point today, you're going to eat, and before you do, you'll probably make a decision. Low carb, high protein, no sugar, more fiber, less processed. Eat this. Avoid that. You'll treat hunger like a problem your body can't solve on its own. But for almost all of human history, nobody knew what a calorie was. There were no labels, no diets, no nutrition experts. And somehow, humans still survived long enough for you to exist. For nearly 300,000 years, humans ate without food rules. No macros, no meal plans, no superfoods. Nobody tracked protein intake or worried about eating after 8 p.m. And yet every one of your ancestors found food, nourished themselves, raised children, survived brutal environments without ever reading a nutrition label, because they weren't following a system. They were following signals, not intellectual knowledge, bodily knowledge. And somewhere in the last few thousand years, we stopped trusting it. The oldest evidence of human diets doesn't come from recipes or tools. It comes from teeth, hardened plaque on ancient teeth traps, microscopic food particles, and preserves them for tens of thousands of years. When researchers like Christina Warrener analyzed Neanderthal and early human dental calculus, they found something surprising. There was no single ancestral diet. Humans ate whatever the environment offered. Meat, tubers, fruit, seeds, mushrooms, insects, eggs, bark, nuts, honey. The menu changed constantly. Paleoanthropologist Peter Ungar spent decades studying toothware across ancient human species and came to a simple conclusion. The human body was never designed for one perfect diet. It was designed for variety, radical variety. Across a single year, ancient humans consumed hundreds of different plant species and dozens of animal foods depending on season, geography, and luck. There was no fixed template because nature never offered one. Anthropologist Richard Lee saw this directly while studying the Kungsan hunter-gatherers of the Kalahari. During some seasons, most calories came from plants. During others, animal foods became dominant. The body adapted because the environment changed. But the most important difference wasn't what ancient humans ate. It was how they ate. Food was rarely individual. It was shared. Across ancient cultures, eating was communal, ceremonial, and social. Meals weren't isolated acts of optimization. They were the glue holding groups together through winter, drought, and conflict. And ancient humans showed almost none of the food anxiety common today. Researcher Alyssa Crittenden, who studied the Hadza of Tanzania, found no obsession with restriction, guilt, or compensating after eating. They ate when hungry, stopped when full, and trusted the loop completely. Then archaeologists discovered something that shattered one of nutrition culture's biggest myths. On 30,000-year-old grinding stones found across Europe, researchers discovered preserved starch granules from roots, grains, and tubers. Humans were processing carbohydrates more than 20,000 years before agriculture even existed, long before farms, long before bread, long before civilization. The human body was never purely meat adapted. It was adapted to flexibility, to abundance when food was available, to scarcity when it wasn't, to constant change. And then, modern nutrition turned that flexibility into rules. Today, the global diet industry is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. Its entire business model depends on one idea, that you cannot trust your own body. And yet, the more nutritional advice we consume, the more confused eating seems to become. Obesity, eating disorders, orthorexia, metabolic dysfunction. At the same time, our diets have become dramatically less diverse. Microbiome researcher Tim Spector argues this may be one of the most damaging dietary shifts in modern history. The average modern person eats from fewer than 20 plant species a year. Ancient humans likely encountered more than 150. And your gut, the ecosystem of trillions of microbes regulating immunity, mood, metabolism, and inflammation, evolved for that diversity. Not optimization, not repetition, not the same clean foods every day forever. Researcher Jeff Leach tested this directly after living with the Hadza and temporarily adopting their highly diverse seasonal diet. Within weeks, his gut microbiome changed dramatically. More diversity, less inflammation. His body responded like it recognized something ancient, like the system had seen this before. Before anyone told you what to eat, your body already knew. It learned across millions of years, from roots dug out of frozen ground, from fruit eaten under trees, from marrow cracked, from bones in the dark. It learned from hunger, from abundance, from uncertainty. And somewhere beneath all the labels and plans and rules, that intelligence is probably still there, quietly waiting for you to hear it again.